Is there anything better than effervescent vitamin C? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's go let that fizz away. Welcome back to Archaeosoup Towers for an update video on a day when I have a bit of a cold, well, an oncoming fairly heavy cold. If the person who's had this before me is anything to go by, Mrs. Soup is about a day behind me. So yeah, this is my third cold of the year. 2022, it just doesn't stop. Anyway, welcome back. Today I have an update video for you. I hinted at this last week, in so much as I feel as though I need to give myself, if nothing else, a bit of head space and head permission to work in a particular way. And that is to say that my goal hitherto on Archaeosoup has always been to try and do a video a week, at least. And sometimes often this means actually 2 videos a week, because we've shifted to Watching Brief weekly back in, I think, May last year. But then also as well, I kept on wanting to do an artifacts, you know, an interview, hidden histories, a archaeology, was it 5142, in focus, experimental soup, all of these different videos that archaeologists' eye, you know, these extra, well, not extra, these more substantial little bowls of soup, as it were, as I wanted to serve up weekly on this channel. But because of life, not least since Christmas, and just, as I say, feeling run down and ill all the time, it seems, but also because of a desire to have a growing quality to those videos. I want to develop, you know, as an artiste, as a filmmaker, and then on top of that I have commissioned film work and editing that I'm behind on as well at the moment. I feel as though I need to have an established a schedule, a delivery schedule, a menu, if you will, that allows me to put out those things in a way that doesn't feel as though every week I'm potentially failing at something. Because every week something has gone out on this channel, and lately I've been streaming very regularly, for example. But often on a Friday, as the afternoon winds up into the evening, I find myself feeling as though I've failed somehow, because I haven't done everything that I personally had arbitrarily set myself to do in that week. In other words, I'm probably expecting a little bit too much of myself. Not least, it seems, drinking without spilling orange liquid down my t-shirt. Anyway, I propose the following. And it comes in the form of a soup menu. Now, this is actually a whiteboard that I use on the wall over there to keep track of upcoming projects and stuff that I'm currently working on. But I've wiped it clean today to present to you a soup schedule that I think is sustainable. So starting with the soup of the day, that is chicken soup, given how I'm feeling, just something to warm the cockles of your soul. Is that a phrase? You know, anyway. It's comfort food when you have a cold. But crucially, I propose that the soup menu will be a weekly release of Watching Brief, as it is at the moment. Me and Andy, as we're about to this afternoon, writing an agenda, recording and releasing once a week. You know, our conversations as ever. And then on a fortnightly basis, other soup, other offerings of different flavours of soup, namely the things I've just been talking about: in focus, artifacts, hidden histories, experimental soup, soup's eye view, questions of doom, so on and so forth. Those videos on a fortnightly basis. That will also mean that I get to finally do, hopefully, things like the in focus ceramic building material. I've been wanting to do the bricks video for months now. But because of this sense of momentum, this constant weekly sense of, oh, I failed, even when actually I have in fact delivered something, I've never quite got around to it. I'm thinking far too short term with these projects, especially compared to how I want them to be when they're published. So yeah, fortnightly basis for that. Live streams on Twitch. If you don't already follow me on Twitch, please do. The link is in the video description. And also feel free to join us on the Discord server as well. Tuesdays and Thursdays are when I try to stream. It doesn't always happen, but Tuesdays, Thursdays and other days are when you can catch me there, normally around 10 o'clock at night UK time, but I'm almost certainly going to be having streams at other times of the day as well, so check those out. I genuinely love the conversations that we have on Twitch, actually, with the chat. There's a lovely band of people who are regulars, but you're more than welcome to join us, because especially in the past couple of years, these online interactions have become increasingly valuable, I think, to us all. So yeah, definitely follow on Twitch. And then additional soup whenever it is available. So for example, some of the commissioned editing work that I'm currently working on that's in my backlog may result in material that comes to the Archaeosoup channel out of that schedule, just whenever it's available. And also other things like, for example, video updates or you know, breaking news or you know, site visits that turn up at random times. That will happen whenever it's available. So I think at the very least something will continue to come your way weekly on the Archaeosoup YouTube channel. It's definitely going to be coming your way on Twitch, and then I get to have the headspace and the creative space to do these slightly different projects on a fortnightly basis, which actually in real terms actually means that perhaps a Questions of Doom might come in the course of a month, when at the end of that month I'm aiming to do, for example, a Hidden Histories, this kind of thing. It just gives me that little bit of breathing room, and I think in that sense it's more realistic. And also, you know, as I've said previously on these update videos, I really want to develop working with 3D modeling programs to, you know, maybe make maps 3-dimensional and travel through them, or to experiment with camera shots and you know, slightly more dynamic storytelling in that sense. So I'm excited. Not also as well, between you and me as well, it should also give me time to do some other things that I do in and around Archaeosoup, including painting and helping people with their graphic design for logos and this kind of thing. It's just better for me, better for you, better for the kitchen, as it were. The soup kitchen will run much more smoothly if I think there's a solid soup menu that we can stick to. And hopefully this makes sense. Starting next week, I think, I'm going to be doing a video, probably artifacts with regards to Edo period fart battles. Yeah, amazing artwork where warriors are blowing each other away, quite literally. And it seems quite appropriate on a day when we're facing up to 100-mile-an-hour winds already, actually this morning, and then another storm in 2 days' time. Yeah, it's been windy, and I think next week I will talk about it being windy in Japan. And also other places as well, actually. Andy suggested a couple of other pertinent talking points along those lines. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around, even though I'm talking through my ears at the moment because my nose is so blocked. Not that I normally talk through my nose. You know when you just feel as though you're talking through your ears? No, maybe not, maybe not. But anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time, do take care. And stay safe in the storms. Bye-bye. Just in case they blow off.